Blended Dreams and Mother's Day. You won't be seeing this on Mother's Day, but today is Mother's Day of 2020. And this is what was built for me. Isn't this awesome? Got my trellis here. Put everything in there. Gotta get some more soil. But this is my elevated planter or elevated raised garden, whatever you want to call it. We'll show you how to make some of these in our next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and please don't forget that little bell notification. Stay tuned for some more cool things. And happy Mother's Day in the past. Peace. Greetings, everyone. Another episode of Blended Dreams. Guess what this is in this pot right here? Anybody know? These are lentils. And yes, I grew them from a package of lentils. What I did was I took a couple of them and soaked them in water overnight, drained them, and left them in the container for another 24 hours. And then I had lots of sprouts, so many that I actually couldn't even plant them all. I didn't want to overdo it since this is my first time trying to grow lentils. My hand is shaking, so is the leaves. Today is a beautiful day in the Northeast. We got squash here. Squash is not looking too well. We had a little freeze, a little frost type of night situation with very high winds and rain, cold rain. This is watermelon. Doesn't really look like a watermelon right now. Green beans are doing great. And I hate to say it, but I don't remember if this is cantaloupe or cucumber. You know, well, by the time you see this, I'll probably know too. So this is my deck. This is where I start a lot of my seedlings before I put them in the raised bed gardens. This is the strawberry. We have 2 flowers right now, and they already have been pollinated. So that's 2 strawberries right there. Hopefully we get them before the birds do. I have to plant this pepper and these tomatoes. That is a squash as well. I'm gonna plant these guys over there in the cooler side of the garden. Pepper. So there is plenty of things that you can grow in containers. There's the chocolate mint starting to look really nice. And I keep my mints, my peppermint, I keep my mints in containers or buckets because they grow like wildfire. They grow like regular weeds, you know? And I experienced that a couple of years back. I put a whole garden bed out in the front, which you'll see where I'm probably going to be doing these sugar baby watermelons that I was telling you about. And I couldn't get rid of them the next season. I didn't want them there. I wanted to move them, and they actually still keep coming back. I'm pretty sure you'll see 1 or 2 of them sprouting up when I do plant the watermelon. Here is my Concord. I think this year I'm going to put it in the ground for trellising, or I might just keep it in a bigger container, make a pallet planter, and see how well it does with that. Or I can add it to the other grapes that I have already. They say it's good to put like a grape plant per person in your household. Well, it's like 6 of us, so I wouldn't plant 6 of them, but maybe 2 or 3. So stay tuned for some more good info, and hopefully we can revive some of these plants back to life to put them in the ground this weekend. Peace. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Blended Dreams. If this is your first time joining us, welcome and thank you for joining us. This is what I got in the mail today. Yes, I had to order it in the mail because everything that's going on, it's really not safe for me to bring the littles out to many stores. It's just not safe. So I had to order, unfortunately, from a big box because my local nursery did not have any dwarf cherry trees. This is a dwarf cherry tree. So I just received it in the mail, and I replanted it into a little bigger, a bigger pot than what it came in. The funny part about it is I ordered this like 26-inch pot to put it in, and once it got here I had to call and cancel and be like, look, I do not need that big pot. And I did some research on it, and it basically said fruit trees and so forth don't really like to be in big pots, you know, especially when they're small and this little size. That's Fred right there, Fred the owl. He is here to deter some of the birds that have been going into my pots and looking for worms, like the squash right there. They went in that this morning trying to get into it. Look at this watermelon. Look at this watermelon. I just put this watermelon in soil. I was growing it in my aquaponics. Yes, I have aquaponics. You will be learning about that soon. I had it growing for a couple of weeks in my aquaponic, and this is what's going on. It's beautiful, it's vibrant, it's strong and healthy. Here's the lentils. They are growing. Remember the other day we just soaked those. Now, I did this today, and I should have showed you a video. Basically, I put the ginger in water for 24 hours, soaked it, and then put them in the container. We have some corn sneaking through. Remember I told you what I did? I soaked the corn kernels before planting them, 24 hours. Same thing with the lentils. I soaked them for 24 hours. So soaking seeds is actually a good thing. Now, I wouldn't say to soak them like peppers and tomato seeds, but definitely your hardy seeds, I would soak them. So that's a green bean, and that's a tomato. This is the cantaloupe. And yes, this was grown from seeds. All of these that you see besides the tomatoes, and these peppers, because this is a orange blaze pepper, they are the only ones that I purchased this season. These are my Ozark strawberries that have been coming back for the past 5-6 years. Over here we have some sunflowers peeking through, so that's looking good. Got the mint over there still. That's where I keep it. It comes back every year. I've learned my lesson. The grape, Concord grape's doing well, and even my lettuce that came back. This lettuce came back. I did not plant this lettuce. I bought it last spring/summer, and it came back. As you see, my wood chips are in here. Excuse me, guys. My wood chips are in here. If you don't know anything about wood chips, I will tell you a lot about it in my wood chip video, to make sure you can check that out. Wood chips is very, very good for substantial water holding. It holds the water in better, and it obviously deters the weeds. That's why they're so good at what they do. Now, I have wood chips all over my property, even in the swing set area, on top of the raised garden beds over here, and things like that. You'll see a lot more about wood chips and how I'm going to be planting with them in these coming weeks. So let me show you the side. This is where the plants are that we built 2 weeks ago. And this is the side. This is going to be my food forest. Okay, my food forest. Just put the wood chips down 2 weeks ago, and soon we'll be ready to roll. So excited about it. Wanted to share with you guys what's going on as I get prepared to put some of these babies in the ground. Stay tuned for more great coverage, and send me a thumbs up if you like what you see, and share, and tell your friends. Ask questions. I would love to communicate with you all. Be blessed. Peace.